What is up, guys? So we're gonna finally get to this weekly outlook. So if we look here on S&P, let's go to the weekly here. Um, we've taken out this high, which I had for buy side on the weekly. We had expansion was last week's bias up into this weekly wick here, 50% of this wick up here. I do believe we will probably still head for this weekly void gap here because we have this inefficiency still. But what we have done here on the daily is we have this gap in here now on the daily time frame. So we see we have this fair value gap here. Let me zoom in there. We have this fair value gap here, which is your daily. So we have this inefficiency here. So last week's new week opening gap, I think we could come down here and use this as support. Um, Hit this fair value gap this week, and then possibly bounce. So I could see us coming into here using last week's new opening gap um, and bouncing up into this weekly gap here. If we look at ES on the weekly, we've already almost filled in this void here, which is what we have marked up on S&P here. So we've traded up into that, but now we've left this inefficiency down below from last week's gap. So again, same thing. If you look on the daily, we have this daily fair value gap here. So I think we could use this as support and rally higher as this as our buy side here from the weekly, um, this swing high. So we could finish filling in this gap here and ultimately come to take out this high and fill some of this inefficiency. Because if we see on the higher time frame here, we broke we broke this high. We've broken this high. So you have 1, 2, 3. So the next structure we could probably head for is this high, since we've already taken out these relatively equal highs here once, twice into this inefficiency. Now, from the weekly standpoint, we did leave behind some liquidity here and some liquidity here in these areas, especially down in here. You have some liquidity. So we could, like I said, we could come in to this area and fill in some of that inefficiency from the daily time frame. As you can see here, we have these relatively equal lows on the daily, but we're trending higher here. So we go back to S&P here on the daily. We go down to the 1 hour. This is our daily fair value gap transposed on the hourly. So what we could see here is kind of almost a repeat of last week. If you see here, we kind of hovered around, went up, and then dropped into Wednesday, Thursday, and we rallied higher. So we could see something very similar this week. We could rally higher, possibly into this weekly 50% of this weekly wick, just barely missing that weekly gap. trade down lower into here, right? Maybe hit it again and then come up and end the week on Friday for something like this. So if we look at the weekly profiles again, see here. Pull this up. Weekly profiles. Wednesday low of the week bullish profile. So we could get something like this paired with this pattern. There's not a lot of news this week. So if we look at Tuesday, we don't trade Sunday, Monday. So Tuesday, 10 a.m., not much there. We look at Wednesday around 10 a.m., not much there. Thursday around 10 a.m. We have 8:30 unemployment claims, and then Friday, which we try not to trade. There's really nothing there for USD news either. So this could help us or hurt us. Could be some low probability setups this week because there's not a lot of news. So that being said, we could get some choppiness, maybe not really move too quickly here at the beginning of June. But this is what I'm kind of seeing. What are some other possibilities for a bullish profile? That's bearish, bullish. We could get a Tuesday low of the week. Wednesday low of the week, something like this. Or something like this where we get a Wednesday weekly reversal. So definitely bullish here. So we could get that or this, which are very similar. So we could consolidate Monday through Tuesday, then drive lower into a discount array and do some sell stops and then strongly reverse. So I feel like this could be the more of the weekly profile I'm leaning towards. Something like this, probably some consolidation here, and then dropping into this daily fair value gap. So, with that being said, I will see you guys this week. We trade live Tuesday through Thursday. So, I will catch you guys soon. Until then, trade safe.